You got dumped, and you wisely went into no contact after getting dumped, but you can't resist the urge to stalk their social media. You're obsessing about it constantly. Facebook, their Instagram, maybe their Snapchat. You're doing it every day and you just can't help yourself. Maybe you're even looking at their Facebook or Instagram stories, which is a huge no-no because they can see a list of names of the people who have looked at that and they know that you're a stalker now. But what can you do to break this habit and stop doing it? In this video, I'm going to share 5 simple tricks that you can employ right now to stop doing this and stop obsessing over your ex's social media. So let's talk about it. Trick number 1, the dopamine reset. Every time you check their social media, your brain gives you a little dopamine hit and you feel elated. You feel great. You feel like you're actually doing something towards getting them to come back to you. Guess what? That's not going to happen by doing this. But it creates this reward cycle that every time you do it, you get this little reward and it makes you want to keep doing it over and over and over again, just like a drug addiction. But it also creates false hope. Because every time you check their social media, it gives you just a little bit of false hope that maybe this time you're going to find a shred of information that could possibly indicate that they're thinking about coming back to you. And while that is possible, it's highly unlikely. What we need to do here is break this cycle, and we need to break it hard. We need to reset your brain, and this isn't a slow phasing out of doing it. We need to go cold turkey and do it fully 100% right now. So the best way to do this is actually going to be to block their profile for 30 days. That way you can't check their social media and see what they're up to. I know you don't want to do that. I know you're thinking to yourself, well, if I block them, then they won't be able to stalk me on social media. They won't be able to reach out to me when they're ready. But guess what? If they want to talk to you, they will find a way. Blocking them on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever, that is not going to prevent them from contacting you. Leave them unblocked on your phone. That way they can call or text message anytime they want to. This will curb your addiction to stalking their social media. The other thing you could do if you don't want to block them is simply to delete the apps from your phone. That way, if you actually wanted to use Facebook or Instagram or some other app, you actually have to go to your laptop or a desktop computer to do it. And you can't quickly and easily do it there on your phone every single time you're bored and thinking about them, which, let's face it, is probably all the time. So delete the temptation by deleting the apps. You can always add them back later. Trick number 2, the time window method. Schedule specific times to feel sad or anxiety ridden or whatever it is you're feeling. I don't want you to suppress your feelings because every time we bury our feelings deep down and we try and pretend they're not there, they usually have a way of coming out anyway, and usually in unhealthy ways. So I don't want you to bury your feelings deep down. I do want you to let them out, but you don't want to be just anxiety ridden all the time. So schedule times a few times throughout the day. Use a timer so you're not just kind of doing this open-endedly. You are actually doing it for a set period of time. Maybe the first time you do it, you set your timer for 10 minutes. Then the next few times you set it for 5 minutes. Then you get down to 1 minute before you actually get to a place where you feel comfortable not doing it at all. And what this does is it creates structured worry time. And this controls emotional spillover into your everyday life. And it helps you contain obsessive thoughts. Trick number 3, the reality check system. You also have to understand that people post what they want to post on social media. This is not a complete 100% snapshot into their everyday life. This is what they want people to see. They're not going to show you the ugly truths and the bad bedhead and all that kind of stuff. They're showing you their best moments. Perfectly curated, airbrushed, whatever, filtered out. This is not real life. And it's creating the illusion of perfect happiness. So even if your ex is posting what looks like an amazing life, maybe they're posting pictures with somebody new that they're seeing or dating or in a relationship with, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're happy and fulfilled. They're posting what they want people to see. And they may be knowing that you're stalking their social media, and maybe they're wanting you to see this and to get jealous and respond to them out of that jealousy. Don't do that. But posts like that also trigger assumptions because there's a lot of unanswered questions every time we see a post on Facebook or Instagram or somewhere else. And our brain naturally fills in the gaps of the information that's missing. So we make a lot of wild assumptions, many of which have nothing to do with reality. But those assumptions will trigger a lot of emotional vulnerability in you, and that's not a good thing. Trick number 4, the replacement strategy. Create new dopamine spiking activities. Maybe that's exercise, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's martial arts, maybe it's just walking every day for a couple of miles. You're out there in the sunlight and the fresh air, you're getting that vitamin D from the sun, and these are all dopamine enhancing activities. Maybe you learn a new language, maybe you learn a musical instrument. Do some activity that rewards you chemically in the brain as you get better, and the more you do that thing. And the more you do those things, the less likely you are to be doing unhealthy dopamine spiking activities like stalking your ex. Join workout classes too, because like yoga or martial arts, it's not just you doing it. You've now got a support group of other like-minded individuals, and they can help keep you motivated and accountable. What you're doing is redirecting this obsessive energy that you have, and you're channeling it into new, healthy directions. And healthy dopamine hits matter because this is now sustainable. Stalking your ex on social media is not a sustainable long-term answer. And trick number 5, the future self-focus. Visualize yourself healed. You've moved on. You've let go. You're now living this amazing life that is free of the anxiety and the worry over your ex and the breakup. You're making decisions now for that future version of you that you just visualized. You're breaking the cycle of present pain, and you're finding ways to move forward. Now, don't beat yourself up for that journey taking a long time. Depending upon how long you were together and how long it's been since the breakup, this could take a while. I have a coaching client that I've worked with extensively who was kind of beating themselves up for not healing fast enough. But this will take time. You've got to not only break the chemical cycles of addiction in your brain that are keeping you hooked to stalking your ex, but you've got to find new things to replace that with, and then slowly begin that journey towards this amazing new life that you want to build for yourself. And that will take time. Reward yourself every time you hit a new milestone, however small. Give yourself that present, that acknowledgement that, oh, I did this. This is amazing. I feel good about myself. Even if it's just, I did a yoga class today and it's my first one in a month. Reward yourself for doing that. Don't beat yourself up for doing it too slowly, because who's to say what is too slow or too fast? Only you know what's right for you. So as long as you are moving forward, even if it feels a little slow, you're still moving forward. Remember, I do offer one-on-one coaching that can be in the form of a phone call, a Zoom session, or you can simply email me your problem and I'll record a custom video just like this one and get it back to you within a couple of days. If you want more info on that, it's down in the description or on this card right up here. But let me know your story down in the comments about what's going on with you and your ex and what you are doing to move your life forward. But for now, I'll see you in the next video.